Welcome to the Trivia Power Hour Gaming Rapid Fire Facts, the show where I give you random assortment of interesting facts and trivia you want to know about. If you like what I do, I appreciate your likes, comments, and subscriptions. But for now, let's get right into the trivia. Star Fox wasn't known as Star Fox in the EU until Star Fox Command came out in 2006. The original SNES game had to be renamed Star Wing, and Star Fox 64 changed to Lilat Wars. According to two EU developers who worked on the European port of the game, Dylan Cuthbert and Jez Son, said this was because Nintendo wanted to avoid confusion and possible legal action from a similarly named German company called Star Vox. By the time Star Fox Command was set to come out, Star Vox had either gone defunct or Nintendo's lawyers decided there wouldn't be any confusion between the brands anymore. One of the minor characters in The Wonderful 101, Wonder Beetle, has the title of Not the Car, Not the Band, referencing both the Volkswagen Beetle car and the band The Beatles. Originally, The Wonderful 101 was meant to have an all-star cast of Nintendo characters, plus characters from other games. Hideki Kamiya came up with the gameplay as a way to satisfy fans of all the different characters, as different gamers would prefer certain characters over others. As such, he decided to make all the characters appear at once, so that the fans could pick and choose which character to use. After the game was shelved for some time, it was decided to drop the all-star Nintendo cast to create an all-new superhero cast. This is the opposite of how many games came to have Nintendo characters, such as Rare's Dinosaur Planet becoming Star Fox game, and Dragon King, the fighting game, which was later turned into Super Smash Bros. When booting up the original Diablo on PC, there's a screen with two hidden messages left by the developers only visible through image editing. The message on the left says, "Buy War 2, which is most likely the company attempting to promote their other game, Warcraft 2, which was released near the same time as Diablo. The other text, however, reads, "Natalie Portman rocks." Who included that message or why is anybody's guess. In the Japanese release of Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, the sandwich item originally appeared as onigiri, but was changed for other regions of the game's release. This was due to Nintendo regulations on Japanese culture when games were translated overseas. However, the team responsible for swapping out the models apparently missed one, as Waddle Dee eats an onigiri during the stage-ending picnic sequence in every version of the game. The Game Boy Color logo was written in bright, eye-catching colors to demonstrate the system's main advancement, having multiple colors. But each color used to spell the word color was actually picked for a reason, representing all the original colors the system was made in. In Japan, Sega has a very large arcade presence, and even have other types of games such as their UFO catcher machine. People who manage to win are awarded a Sega plastic bag, but what they may not know is that these bags contain a secret message written in Morse code. The message reads, "UFO catcher is not a vending machine." Confirmed by Sega via their official Twitter, the message was included by the bag's graphic designer to mean that just because a player inserts money into the machine, they are not guaranteed a prize, like a vending machine. Hopefully they had a more obvious sign, because I don't think a hidden Morse code message on a bag would hold up in a court if it ever came to that. Silicon Knights, arguably most famous for creating Eternal Darkness, lost a court case with Epic Games after attempting to sue them for failing to, quote-unquote, provide a working game engine. This backfired on them when Epic countersued Silicon Knights for infringing on their property rights, copyrighted works, trade secrets, and more. Epic won the case, and the court ordered Silicon Knights to recall and destroy all retail copies of their games that used Unreal 3, Epic's game engine, which was Too Human and X-Men Destiny. So if you happen to have a copy of either of these games, you can do your part in erasing them from history by destroying it, or hide it away and hope it becomes a valuable collector's item one day. We know Assassin's Creed has accurate locations and time of death for their historical figures, but Ubisoft has included some less explicit references to people as well. The Animus, which is used to allow people to relive the genetic memory of an ancestor, is named after psychologist Carl Jung's theory of collective unconscious, with the animus being the masculine inner personality for females. According to Jung's theory, there are 4 levels of the anima: Eve, Maria, Sophia, and Helen, all except Helen having been used as names for female characters in the games. Who knows, we may finally see Helen in the next Assassin's Creed title. The Banjo-Kazooie series had a rough time after the first two games on the N64, with Nuts and Bolts leaving fans, well, unsatisfied to say the least. Way back before Nuts and Bolts, though, Rare actually had another Banjo game in development for the Game Boy Color. This would have been called Banjo-Kazooie Grunt's Curse, in which Gruntilda would have put a curse on Kazooie and carried her in a backpack just like Banjo. There's no clear reason why this game was cancelled, or where in the timeline it would take place, but elements from this game did manage to be repurposed for Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, which takes place between the first and second games and was released on the Game Boy Advance. The Battletoads are primarily known for two reasons nowadays. One, the incredibly difficult speeder bike level, and two, for the memes and prank calls. The majority of people who know of Battletoads probably don't even know the three Toads' names, Rash, Pimple, and Zitz. But even people who do know that probably don't know that these are not the Toads' real names. During the Attract mode on the Battletoads arcade game, it is revealed that Pimple's name is Georgie Pie, Rash is Dave Shar, and Zitz is Morgan Ziegler. For as weird as the game Battletoads is, those are some decidedly not weird names. That's all the rapid fire facts for today, but check out my other videos for more gaming trivia I know you'll like, and subscribe to make sure you catch my next video on console code names.